Welcome back, everybody. Scott Lewis, and it's the Panther Spot Podcast. We have a special guest here. Dilly. Where can they find you at on social media? No, nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere yet. She don't really be on social media. And of course, we have my boy Lamar over here in the corner.
What's happening, everybody?
You know what I'm saying? So we got a shotgun question. Real quick. I know last time we had 5 or 3 instances, but since we have a lady today, what's the nicest way? Okay. The nicest way you can possibly tell a man that his meat too small. The nicest way. Be nice.
I mean, that's where you began.
Please be nice.
Okay, all right.
Let me see.
Either the nicest way you have or can, and then the second one would be the worst.
Well, since I'm not nice.
Oh, damn it.
We got that established quickly.
Yes, quickly.
Right.
Out the box.
That I've never told a guy that.
What?
No.
So you were nice.
Nice enough to block him and not to talk to him again or
there
something.
You go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
So
okay. If you could have just said, throw caution to the wind and just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to just tell him. How would you tell him?
Just stay in this region a little longer. Let me get mine, then you can figure out how to get yours.
Figure out. I love it.
Hey, that's akin to, I'm going to get mine. You better get yours.
Yeah.
But actually, so like factually, guys that are not normal.
Not normal in what sense? What do you mean?
Like size-wise, when they're lacking, they kind of make up for it in other ways, actually. They do.
Okay, continue. Proceed.
They do.
I was going to turn the question, but continue. I want to know. What ways? I love this show. I fucking love this show. Like, what are they? Okay, don't be. Be specific. Tell us of a way that if the boy is lacking, and
normally those are the type of guys that, to me, normally like a guy that's lacking penis wise.
Right.
Those are kind of like the ones that
they got a bunch of money.
No.
Ooh, it's broke and small dick. That's ooh. Damn.
No, I wouldn't say like that. I'm just saying like no. I'm just saying as far as they compensate by giving you head a little longer, or they know how to give head a little better. So it's like, and it's not that they don't know how to screw. They just don't got much to screw with.
Why does that affect the pride so much to hear you say it?
I don't know. I'm just telling the truth.
I hope whoever you blocked ain't watching this.
My block game's strong.
Oh, so they ain't gonna never see this, huh? That'd be so funny. She didn't call me back.
Right.
I did get blocked. Could that be me?
Probably.
Ooh. Okay. So the rebound question is for the shotgun is, what's the worst thing they've said to you? A man has said to you about anything sexually related?
Nothing.
Oh, you just got it like that.
You're not being specific enough.
Okay. Then,
I've never.
Correct my question then. Because
I can't. I don't know what you asking.
Well, sexually, for example, like the worst thing she can say to a man is like, oh, it's too small.
Okay, all right.
But like for a woman, like, hey, your shit stank. Your pH balance is off.
Okay.
Like your fucking,
never that.
Yeah, your
never.
titties poking me in my fucking eyes because they hang so low. Like I got millions. I can keep going.
Baby, I'm good. I could take the bra off and they'll stay here. Okay. So
you just never had any negative comments. No,
not bedroom wise. No, I always get great compliments.
I had a negative comment one time. Girl
said,
she said, "Why?"
I would literally feel weird talking about what guys say to me sexually, but it's never bad.
This girl said I breathe like a bear.
I don't find that hard to believe.
Some guys do.
But I'll be trying to keep up. I gotta breathe.
But you're a big guy. Yeah, that's expected.
She should expect that.
Yeah, that's
she said
expected.
I wasn't used to all that noise, and I started thinking like, bitch, y'all fuck quiet.
No, she fucks skinny niggas with, tons of...
Right.
With no weight behind it.
Right.
Probably.
Okay. Tons of air in their lungs.
Had a
run like
all
Kenyans.
They got
I did a big dude once. He broke the arm of my couch.
God damn. Like a big dude, dude?
Like he bigger than me, my size?
He's big. He was a little bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
But it said he had to come. You ain't gonna be talking shit by me.
That's why I'm like, what, you trying to break my hip? Gosh.
Oh damn! Oh, he broke the arm of the sofa doing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
All right.
So anyway,
he said he had something to prove.
Clearly, and he didn't get a call back because he broke my fucking couch.
He didn't offer to fix it. Oh man.
I don't want to talk to him no more. He's like, what you trying to do?
It's not like a leg on one of the chairs. We talking about the arm of
correct.
the sofa.
The arm.
That's gonna come out, and it's a lot of
you
crack.
need to replace that
and crunch involved in that. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
All right, sorry. So that shotgun question was kind of more. It wasn't like last minute, but I was just kind of teetering on whether or not I couldn't do that last week because whatever. Last week's question was.
I don't even remember one.
You don't remember them? Hold on, let me see if I can find them because I think it was based off what the worst thing. Which of the three was the worst?
Right. Okay, was it only that one question?
It was. I think it was just. It was three options, and we were stuck in all three because we tried to decide what was the absolute worst. So last week, which of these would be the worst that would hurt the most?
Okay.
I said number one was, man, your pussy ain't worth this shit, right? Mellow. Start out mellow. I'll be damned if I'm arguing with a bitch whose pH balance is off.
Okay.
And I see what all these other bitches be laughing at you about.
Ooh, that sound like me.
Which one is worse?
I would.
Which one would be?
Neither one of them actually sound too bad.
I chose the last one.
The last one. Yeah.
I would choose the second one.
Ooh, she said the pH balance.
Yeah, because it's like, why would I argue with a stank bitch?
Ooh,
like for real.
Like I like how she said it. She changed it up though. Like that.
I mean, but
sense.
that's what like
that's
it
what
equates to, and
off of pH balance.
I mean, I don't even wear deodorant. Like, if you eating right, you don't have to.
That's okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Like, how does that work? Because sometimes the deodorant be fucking up the underarms and stuff. Like,
right.
So I'm like, how do I escape that?
That'd be the Dollar Tree deodorant. They just go grab it real quick. It don't even be an antiperspirant. It just say deodorant.
But there's a lot of people out there that aren't even taught on
correctly.
Right. They think a shower is gonna fix everything, and it doesn't.
Right.
Those your insides got something to prove. So
absolutely,
you gotta work on everything. Yeah, a bath don't fix everything.
It helps though. What about the ones that don't? That brings me to that idea about we find out the white folks don't be washing their legs.
Oh,
remember
wow.
that shit? Like,
I
thought
boy, they just let the water hit him.
I thought it was bullshit.
No, they just let the
water.
True. They also free ball the bar of soap if they use a bar of soap.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't use.
What they wipe their balls with the soap?
They free ball the bar. I mean, all over the body.
Right. Yeah, they don't use rags. You didn't see that where they added that in there. That they don't.
It just be soap scum and stink going down the drain.
Yeah,
It don't like.
Washcloths.
Yeah.
The nastiest thing I had heard before was when the dude washed his balls and then washed his face. I ain't never. Ew.
No,
it gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
I didn't know there was a new level to this shit. I did not know
that they don't.
It does.
Yeah, that they don't use washcloths.
Like, so what is this just general brand like teaching from home, or they just say, oh, you know how kids didn't want to wash? Every time I saw a TV show or something, and they'd be like, the little boy, hey, go up and take a bath. He's like, oh man, I don't want to. So I wonder if that is
I'm
a
not
direct
sure
cause. Hey, if I don't want to wash, I'm gonna do something quick to get in, get out the shower. I don't understand that. Mama smell your ass after you come out the shower one time.
As a black child.
Yeah, that's it.
As a black child, you probably being bathed by your parent until you're close to 5 to show you how to get in the creases and crevices and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Behind the ears and
the
back of the knees and all of that type of shit.
Correct.
And between your toes.
Scrubbing between your toes.
Back of the ears stinking something serious.
You were assisted, and there's no incest going on in that area, you know. So it's like versus other races, they just like, oh, so nobody won't think nothing crazy, just go in there and get in that water. Or actually some, you know, those people run bubble baths and they think that that's enough.
They just dip. Jump in the bubble bath. In the bath.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I can't take a bath.
Yeah, and then they come on out, and you put your towel around them, and they're just going about their business.
And that's it.
It's true, though.
And then when I mean, they air dry, right? So there's not really a point where, like, they're scrubbing themselves dry with, like, you know, the towel.
So the
that'll also tell
stuck on them?
Yes, that'll also tell a story because there's no dead skin coming off.
Right.
Oh, my God.
There's so much stuff that I don't know that white folks do.
I mean, and nothing against
right at all, you know.
Just if
your thing is your thing, to each his own.
Right, for sure.
But
anyway, next.
I prefer.
I get in the tub. I get in the tub. If I would take a bath, even to this day, as a child, you know, you see the dirt. The dirt go around the edge of the tub, around the ring, right? I be trying to get I got to get out of here. Right. If any of that touch come to touch me, I start freaking out. And I turn on the shower.
In the tub up with water anymore.
I can't do it.
Why? Because what?
I can't. Look, I better like getting in the hot tub.
Yeah,
there's too many people in the hot tub. I get a little frustrated.
There's a reason. I figure there's a reason that in homes you have a stand-up shower and garden tubs.
Right.
Therefore, you wash the nasty off, and then you go soak relax, and all that. And you ain't. Is that a common practice?
That what we do?
It should be.
That's the way it should be.
I want both. Now I want both. Yeah, I don't have a tub in my house. I have 2 showers.
You know,
showers.
Then you can get in your bubble bath with your candles and your wine and you know all that good stuff.
What is it? Charcuterie board? How do you say that?
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah.
I've seen them do that. Be eating cheeses and shit.
Exactly.
All type of shit.
Back and
a candle, a nice book in the tub, like that. That should be lit.
To eat in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Whole episode of whatever favorite show.
Listen, I come from a family where my dad ate cereal on the toilet. Okay, watch me eat in the bathroom.
All right.
Nah, that was a one-way ticket to the belt. What you in there doing? I know you ain't. Your nasty ass ain't in the back. Scott, come get your boy.
No.
My dad's name was Scott, so come get me. Now this is pretty interesting to me. Now normally I would like jump to some very difficult topics, but y'all seem to know. Where do y'all get this information from? Y'all white friends? Y'all got like white friends and stuff?
I got a lot of white friends. I got a lot of gay friends. I got a lot of Spanish friends.
Colleagues. Yeah.
No, I'm intrusive.
But they really tell you this shit, or this
There's
is just something we picked
tell.
Up? Yeah, I don't wash past my knees. Yeah, that's what they do. Just come in. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I let the soap go down to my feet. Fuck that. No, I'm good. None of my white friends told me that. Adam didn't tell me none of that shit. Guy behind the camera. Adam never said that shit.
Man,
I just assumed he washed his ass. Anyway, I had another topic, and then we started talking about white people.
You said you were gonna say something difficult, or you were gonna jump to more. It was gonna be a little more difficult because we have a lady, because we kind of went a little hamski. Not too hard on women. Don't be nice because I'm here. I had
no. We already crossed a line and talked about it. I want to know from you the difficulty. All right, how difficult was it dating when you still had your kids in the house? Like guys would you tell them off rip? I'll paint the picture.
Don't even paint it. I got you.
I got 4 kids. I got 3 kids. I got 20 kids.
I got you.
Where was that?
Because this is recent conversations that I have with friends and coworkers. It was actually 100 times easier for me to date when my children were in the house versus now that I'm an empty nest parent, living alone, you know, still responsible and things like that. I feel like some men see women or meet women because I feel like children are a distraction. And what I mean by distraction, you're so busy focused on being responsible, raising these children, and then, you know, you got your little step boo that come in. He probably came in with no car, barely a job, probably was living with his mama and all that kind of stuff. And now y'all there and y'all playing house. So
cool. I have been there. as a young puppy, though, like 20, 21 years
right,
old.
you know, that is the way that it used to be when I had my children. Not saying that I skipped over, you know, man after man. It was still rare for me, but I looked over, as far as from my point of view and my flaw, I would say I looked over what a man didn't have when I had my children, because I was more understanding. I was more mentally nurturing to his shortcomings, because I felt like now I can say because I was distracted, because I know I had me, and I was raised that never ask a man for something that you can't do for yourself. So I always practically did everything for myself, and I always let a man know, if I ask you for something, one, I feel like as my man, I shouldn't have to ask you for anything. You should want to. And then for two, I don't want to have to ask you twice, because if I have to ask you twice, then I'm gonna just do it myself, and then we got a problem. So
you, let me say, I'll phrase this properly. You would, because you could do everything yourself, you would, out of a nurturing spirit, overlook his shortcomings. But didn't that bite you in the end?
I wouldn't say it bit me, but it becomes, so I would say within relationships, both adults need to have a vehicle. Otherwise, it's going to put a strain on your relationship, because especially if you're trying to date or court, you know, without living together, you know, you're going to get tired of, and it goes for man or woman. She could probably not have no car.
Did he come live with you?
Sometimes.
We're saying sometimes over the course of multiple different guys. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever moved in with a guy before?
Never.
Okay. I would never let that happen. I'm never in my life would never, ever, ever move in with another female. Given that's too much power.
I've always had my own apartments or homes or whatever. So the men that I ended up seeking, or in whatever phase I was in of just tired of being single, wanted to be additionally loved or something like that, then, you know, like I said, I would just look over, he ain't got no car, or he just about to start another job, or, you know, I'm probably making more money than him, and I'm paying just everything, and it just.
I'll stay by myself before I let you have that much power.
Yeah.
I will stay and not talk to nobody if I don't have a vehicle and a place to stay.
Well, it's
I'm
manipulation. It's manipulation, because it's relationship manipulation, because you have a lot of broken men out here that feel like they need a chance, want a chance, or feel like, oh man, you know, I see that this is where you are in your life. If I just had a woman like you by my side, we could grow together. And that's never the outcome.
Right.
That has never been the outcome.
Always turns into a bill.
Yeah, it turns into an additional chore.
Yeah.
So you walking around with the extra kid? No, I'm good.
Basically.
Now, and I've never been the type to, you know, let John hold my car while I'm at work, because that's my source of transportation. So I've never been that. But I have, you know, just been kind of free-spirited relationship-wise, to where I accepted quite a bit of bullshit.
And did that start arguments, problems?
Oh, I'm not going to argue with anyone. I don't do that.
I know that's the fuck right shit.
No, we don't argue.
I know that's
especially
right.
around my kids. That absolutely not.
I know that's right.
No, anyone I've ever dated that will let you know, you'll be talking to yourself before I argue with you. I was raised by two Virgos, and let me tell you, it was like a lion and a cheetah.
Virgos.
And
what does that mean, by the way?
They just
Virgos?
bumped heads. It was pretty crazy in my household. So I grew up with enough arguing that what I took from that is that was something that I refused to do in my adulthood. So I don't argue with men. I'm not your mother. And where's the respect?
I was going to say, that's probably then you were probably the better choice than most of the women that I've heard, because they rather argue with you and son you.
I'm not going to do that.
If you're low. And I see from a certain point of view, yes, there are guys out there who
likes the drama.
They just need a break. They just need it. And every time you can see them putting the work in and trying, and then the world just beats the shit out of them.
Right.
I've seen it personally with plenty of guys who I know are good men.
Yeah.
And when they get their job and they keep quiet at the job and then fucking tire blow out. They ain't got they didn't even get their first check yet, and that shit
child
adds
support.
up. Child support, something always kicking their ass.
Yeah.
And then they finally get to that point where it's, yes, I can finally take my head out of the water. But by then they've been beat up so bad by their woman, and it's like, what you gonna do? They can't leave. You ain't got enough money to stack up to do anything.
Or you don't have nowhere else to fall back and go. Your mama don't want you back at the house because you're eating up everything and ain't contributing.
Sound like some personal shit right there. That sound like some shit you seen personally. I can't do it.
But it's true. So now that I don't call it single, I call it unsuccessfully dating.
Ooh, that's a good one, right? Write that one down. Unsuccessful dating.
Because sometimes you fuck them.
Is that not a success? That's a
I'm not
a win
saying
is a win.
that.
A win is a win.
Yeah,
You're
but
trying to get
you trying to cross a certain mold. So I feel like if you have given yourself to someone, like to me, saying you're single, also single to me aligns with being celibate. That's just my perspective. So I feel like if you're out here dating and you also having sex sometimes in between that is not single. That's unsuccessfully dating to me.
I know. All I hear is a women's panel in my background, in my head, going, "Yes, girl, yes." That kind of makes a little bit of sense. So
just my choice.
Makes a lot of bit of sense.
Just my choice of words. That's all.
Why I'm mad I didn't hear this before. Unsuccessful dating. So instead of taking the complete L, if you deem them worthy enough, then you
because like you said, what you say you've been throwing out all day. What you said, he ain't handsome. You was horny.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh okay.
Sometimes you get that way.
It be like that.
And he's sitting in the back saying, "A win is a win."
He didn't think he was gonna get nothing out of the night, and then bam. That is the weirdest thing too, because I remember dating. I've been forever, fucking married forever, but going out and don't know if you put all the right buttons in to get the right sequence. Am I gonna get something like that? Lost feeling is the worst feeling ever.
It's pure genuineness, and I'm pretty sure you probably got laid when you were least expecting it.
Yes,
and that was
probably see it coming.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because she saw your genuineness, and
I'm like, oh, she want to fuck me,
right.
I mean, your heart done grew to the side a little bit. Yes,
fun. I'm fuckable, and I get that, but
right,
exactly.
It's just. You just want genuineness sometimes. You don't want like a little horny man.
Somebody that's giving you the game over and over and over, trying to
like, bro, all you paid for was a 2 for $20 at Applebee's. What are you genuinely expecting? Applebee's. I could have paid for us. So it's just stuff like that. And I just feel like in the dating world, a lot of guys, they'll say, "Oh, women just want to say you want to date because you want a dude to feed you." Sir, I can eat at home.
I don't think that's targeted for someone like you.
Because I feel like if you hard up about
$40,
about us spending $30-$40 between each other at a decent restaurant, you don't need to be out here in these streets, sir.
But I don't think that's targeted for someone like you in that situation. I think that's targeted from the guys who can actually go out on a date, who's not scared to spend $200 on a date, right? But with that expectation that, hey, we're not going to be just taking pictures. We're not taking pictures of food the whole time. We're integrated. We're talking here. And then she, ghosts don't have no conversation. They
to
ain't
be
polite
honest with
the whole
you,
time.
I don't even ask for like food dates first. I ask for park dates because I don't even know most of the time if I want to be seen with certain people at like fine dining, like we're together, because you get that look like how he got her.
I do the coffee date. When Barnes and Noble was
that's too early in the morning.
I do
see, that's too early in the morning.
Coffee anytime. Coffee is anytime.
Yeah, coffee's kind of
I
like
can get you that or boba, and we go. I want to see if you read books sometimes. I know that was cheesy as hell when I do. I go. We'll meet up at a bookstore.
Yeah,
and then I'll be like, "Hey,
but
book."
I while dating, you get the question a lot. What do you like to do? And people seem so lost when I say, like, I'm spontaneous. I don't have anything in particular. I don't have a favorite thing.
I love that.
To do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that.
Whatever I live my life according to. Yeah, like if I wake up and I want to go bowling today, at my big age, I still go skating. I still ride bikes. Right. I like looking at art.
Been skating. Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Like 10 years ago.
Right down Cimarron, right?
Yeah.
And it's not even to say that like I'm a child at heart. I just like doing stuff. That's I like being active or whatever, so I'm extremely spontaneous. Sometimes I'll just get in my car and ride around for 2 hours because that's what I wanted to do.
Because she got the gas money and she can pay for it. She don't need no man for no gas money.
I don't. The only thing I'm a plan within my future is how I'm going to get some money and that aligns with my goals. Aside from me getting the bag, I just want to be peacefully happy in life.
Amen.
I mean, just really nothing to say about that. I mean, when you brought up beforehand about the whole dating situation, I'm gonna go back on that real quick.
Okay.
Because you mentioned that it doesn't. The money part of it isn't what is gonna to motivate you to move to, the next goal. The next step most guys go to is sex, and then like, can we get a relationship or back and forth either way, right?
Mm-hmm. With
the
guys,
people who get mad with that, the ones that you said that the guys that get angry, we brought it up and said that usually it's the ones who, I've been in someone's phone before under food. I have.
You've been in someone's phone under what?
Under food. I was like, dang, I was just being nice. I only got you fed one time. The next time I see, I call my number, call her phone, and while it's there to try to find it. And boom, she lost her phone, right? And I found it and it says food. I'm like,
wow.
Right.
I didn't even say nothing.
And that's a person that you should have never spoke to again.
And after that, right. After that, but it was like, how do you know? How did you know you don't know that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The way she was real sweet, real kind, real nice, and
Next thing you know.
Next thing I know, I'm food.
You the food
so
nigga.
I'm just
you
fat now.
fat food
hungry.
nigga. Yeah.
Right.
You the fat food nigga in the phone. How fucking dare you?
Right.
You know I like my lemon pepper wings. Let's go get some lemon pepper
Fry
wings.
hard.
Mm-mm.
Extra crunchy, extra wet.
Extra sauce.
Extra ranch,
with the
please.
fries.
Right.
Make sure you get the fries.
Definitely extra on the ranch.
Yeah, extra ranch.
So
no seasoning on my fries.
She said no season on your fries?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. We all just disagree.
What?
Excuse me?
See, again, I'm a health person, so I cut back on the sodium.
Please.
In many ways.
Please.
So the chicken is already outlined enough.
I need the seasoning on the fries too. And if you can put it in the ranch, that'll be wonderful. But you can't.
You're going to mix it with the ranch. Y'all
hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yep. So I remember speaking with you last time, Lamar. You were pretty funny about this, but when I brought up the idea of women and I'm keep going back to the whole horny thing, right? Because it was a genius. It was just genius the way you said it.
Uh-huh.
At what point did it hit you where you just like, look, okay, do you get to the point of actually texting them, hitting them up in the DMs?
Of course,
and they're not responding,
to that point.
Or is it just like before you even get to text them, I am not gonna hit them up right now. I am just too. It's 2 a.m. I'm horny. I'm not gonna say shit.
And listen, you be thinking it, and then you might see a recent posted video or picture or something like that.
Make you start thinking.
Yeah, and then you're like, you know what? Let me go take care of this problem myself real quick.
Come back with some fresh eyes.
See if
I still
with a fresh mindset, and then you do take care of that problem real quick. I want this fucking filth on my phone. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
Why do we get upset after porn? Why do we get upset after
immediately?
Like you done did the worst.
What I tell a guy is after sex, then what? You like me, okay, that's fine. After sex, now what? And no one can answer that question. I'm just saying, like, when you newly meet a person and within the same aspect of what you're saying, like, oh, she's beautiful, she's everything I might be looking for right now. And again, she probably ain't all that cute. You just horny. So I do say that a lot. I say that all the time.
Right after it though, y'all done sweating. Okay, now what?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I would freeze.
This
I wouldn't know what to say.
This is a verbal concept to them because I be on a lot of dating sites and stuff like that or whatever because I'm genuinely trying to find a man. Hello, hi.
She advertising.
So, yeah, but I don't really, give out my social media because I'm not there, baby. Meet me in person.
Now they gonna hit me up, Scott. What was that girl's at, man? Tell her what's her Instagram. What's her? Oh God.
I'm a very private person, but no, I do. I feel like that's a genuine question. If you're out in the dating world and you're dating after sex, then what? They kind of try and hit you with we grown. Yeah, we are grown. We are adults. Is there anything else that you can offer besides sex?
I just want to know, like, how long after the sex do you ask that question? Like,
sex is never even had though. That's what I'm telling you.
Prior to.
Yes. This is a guy that is meeting me, trying to talk to me, trying to take me out, trying to this, trying to that. I mean, I get offers of a lot of weird stuff, and so I throw them the question. So sex is not even had. I go months without.
After the poontang, what do you want to do now?
Right.
It's
after
been
sex,
since
then what?
the summertime.
And sadly, when you have great sex, you just can't get. You just can't give that to anybody.
Can't. I'm sorry. Listen.
So y'all on here, y'all proclaiming today on my podcast that y'all have great sex, and you can't just give it out like that.
I give wonderful sex. I'm a great sex partner.
As men, but
you can't just give that away.
We've all had our misses. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
You got
the stick-to-itiveness.
You got to perform, boy. When you the one that got to do all the performing, boy. That's I'm rusty. Last time I had sex.
Let me tell you the way I look at that. You could be a 1 to 3 minute man all you want to, but in them 1 to 3 minutes, once you get your quickie out, as long as he can re-rise to the occasion 10 minutes after, you will be okay.
You hear that? You hear that, fellas? We got a live today. Somebody actually came forward and said it. So don't be embarrassed if you bust immediately.
Yeah, I mean.
Try.
The same way,
Try.
Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes that motherfucking heat touch you.
Ooh.
Right. So it
get a little, listen, nigga.
Hey, back it on you a little bit.
Shit.
Like, you ready to get?
Whoa, it's like the heat coming out the back of the PS5. Wow. Oh, my God. It's a little.
Hey. Listen, I'm just here to give you
made
some
my
game.
jump.
Listen, this is how how you say you read something yourself. You redeem. That's how you redeem yourself.
There is some that I wish I could go back and redeem because I know I'm the fucking
round
man.
2.
I know I'm the fucking man. Okay?
Give her 2 rounds.
Shit, but.
Give her 2 rounds. 2 round minimum.
See,
just let them know it's a 2 round minimum.
I've had to go 6 against my will. She just kept.
That is.
I just laid there,
and you should have called.
She just kept.
Let her know it's time to go home.
No. I was at her house.
Well, it was time for you to go.
I had no more energy left. I had been milked.
That is.
There was nothing left.
You're not ready for them when they.
Right.
No, absolutely was not ready for her. She showed me some shit that.
I done talked all my shit.
Yeah.
Empty the tank.
What?
That's a wonderful.
I had never been,
right
I left, when you put your robe on, you don't got the goddamn string no more, so you got to,
I have friends like her. They be putting me to shame.
Oh, no.
Shit. She made me feel like shit. You going to call me after this or what?
Right. Like Boomerang, leave the $200 on the dresser.
On the goddamn dresser.
Leave the $200 on
Marcus,
the dresser.
I'm not wearing any panties.
Hey, why you did the voice?
Marcus, darling, I'm not wearing any panties.
I love them pulling the sheets up and checking their toes. Listen, there's something to this day that it hits me every so often.
I love that movie.
Scrolling through social media and you see that person. Boy, if I just had one more, I just need one more round. I think you look at me like I'm a clown because that day was just the worst day period ever. Yeah. I just couldn't.
You just go back. Listen, you just go back to the DM and you say, "Baby, I've had practice."
Listen,
there's one that need to let me practice on her.
Word?
With her fine ass. I'm not gonna do it.
Why
I'm
not?
not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Well, it's as far as saying who, we don't do that.
No, we not gonna say we don't do that. No, well, it depends.
Yeah, no, she needs to let me practice on.
But the practice.
I just need a sip. She know who she is. I just need a sip. That's all I need.
Ma'am, do you hear
stuck.
that?
I am just stuck on.
I just need a sip.
I think this woman knows who she is too.
She
I
should.
think she knows. I'm talking about the one that I need. Listen, hear me.
Oh,
I'm married. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just had
Listen,
one more.
God know your heart.
Listen, God, you know my heart. My ego getting in my way right now. That's
Yeah.
what it is. The ego. I'm used to you being broken and battered on the ground, and I got to pick you up and put you in the bed. And you want some juice? You know. But this time I'm embarrassed and walking away.
Yeah.
And you want some juice? Now with no bass in my voice.
Right.
No bass in my voice.
You want me to
I
go?
get
You
hungry
want me to go
after
get
sex.
you the
You
rag?
don't get hungry after
get
sex?
you the rag.
Immediately, almost.
Ooh, God.
I love a
hungry.
snack.
Oh my.
For real, I
Like-
I'll be immediately needing a snack.
Like sex gives me energy.
Yeah.
I get up and start eating.
Oh,
Like,
how about
I be
you say
hungry.
gives you energy? No.
Yeah, it gives me
That's
energy.
what she said.
Like,
Okay.
I mean,
get
I'm
you.
done with the task at hand, but like I get up and I'll either go
Right, but now I
cook
got
or
a
go
second
grab me
wind
something to
type
eat.
shit.
That's my
Yeah.
problem. I'll eat
Yeah.
and be like, get up.
For some more.
Save
I
that
want
till
some
5
more.
o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning.
We probably just got
Round
done
two?
at 5 in the morning.
Say round 2 to 5
That-
a.m.
That's not round 2. That'd be round 3 or 4.
Y'all be trying to kill us. That's why I say
Yeah.
anyone that I've ever dealt with, lucky enough for me, thank God, that I've never had to fight for the nut. I've always had the girl, I can blow even my in the back of her ear, chair wet. But what that does for me is make me
I know that's
invalid
right.
for someone will say you like to fight a nut. I know a girl who will fight you, look you in your eyes, and just
Well, I'm not gonna fight
and
one.
just fight
'cause,
the
you
nut.
know,
And I am invalid for the
mess
person.
around and you be done, and I'm not.
I can't.
I'm not
I
gonna
can't.
fight it.
So you gonna get you gonna get a good 15, 20 out of me, but don't be looking for no 45. I'm sorry, I ain't got it for you. And I just think that I'm lucky enough that every woman thus far to this point has been that person. Just okay. Oh shit, I can almost like clockwork metronome. Ding, ding,
Ah.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
But after that munch, after that 8, let it sit for a little while.
I have to eat after.
That part. One more time.
Yeah,
That part. I can't.
I have to eat after.
I can't do. I can't. You eat after. What's
Yeah, I have to eat after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat in between. It's a refuel.
Mm.
But I don't do sugar. I don't do like Gatorade or nothing in between. I do. It's the water. If I'm done, it's the juice.
Eat a bunch of shit off a charcuterie board, goddamn it. Charcuterie board.
That's the word of the day.
Charcuterie.
Is it char or char?
I think it's.
Is it Charmander or is it
CHR.
charcuterie? I'm gonna learn
Yeah,
how to
like
say
10
that fucking
paces
word.
turned in fire. This is awesome. I don't know whose this is.
You picked up a whole. I can't. So yeah, just so you know, if there's ever an opportunity, that person out there, I know you listening. God knows my heart, and I can't. My ego is just too big to let you think that you got the best of me when you didn't get the best of me. So now I got to come back and leave you the rest of me. So
Ooh.
Bars. Shit like that. Shit like that. Dom DeMarco. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I cannot.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Anyway, you were asking him something. I forgot. Did
We
you
got-
ever answer?
Yeah, but you're getting off topic face ass.
What did I say?
I ain't really
know,
answered
you're-
nothing today. This
I
has been
forget. This has been a chill experience.
Yeah.
That's why I guess I got comfortable just continuing on.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's go down the path. I think we were talking about, all right, getting back to the girl. I think you did kind of answer the question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you kind of did. Like, it just
Sorry,
led
excuse
to
me.
her
I think
talking
you
about.
asked it, and then I kind of took over and was like, I tell
Yeah,
guys
you ran with that
after
one.
sex.
Yeah, you definitely ran with.
Then
I
what?
kind of like her a little bit. How you feel about it? I kind of like her a little bit. She kind of can take the question and run with it. I like that.
Control the
She controls the space well. You control the
Absolutely.
space well. I think I like that.
I guess I just have a lot to say.
There's nothing wrong
Well,
with that.
you've had a lot to say.
It's,
I do
it's
recall.
rough out here.
In these streets.
Right.
Hey, yo.
It is rough out here.
Hey, yo.
So, all right. So, beforehand, I remember I said, okay, like current events and stuff like that. I explained about the Passport Bros.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This
the
group of
Passport
guys. These group
Bros.
of guys. There's a group, and majority of these guys are literally just really said, you know what?
You know
I've
what?
tried my best. I got the money.
Let me look them up.
Let me go fly out and go get Ling Ling or go get Okoye from Africa, anybody.
Not
Okoye.
Okoye.
Oh, she can get it. Okoye. Anyway.
Okoye probably got hips
Okoye.
and ass.
Okoye. What kind of
natural?
Flavor? Listen, see, they go out there and some of them really do secure that woman, and that's cool. Some of them go out there, and this has been that I've seen mostly white men who've been across seas. They never get married, but they always get the next model, 25. There's always, like they said, there's always a new batch of 25-year-old girls coming out. What's making black women mad specifically, they're the ones specifically, because beforehand, no one cared when it was white boys going out and doing this. But it's been en masse, just black men, just like, fuck this. We're not dealing with these women here no more because y'all want us to be traditional men and pay for this and be this and this, but y'all don't like the word submit. Y'all don't like the word submit. Before you start, because I know you jump to that mic so fast, but you don't like the word submit. And the submit doesn't mean do everything I fucking say. It just says be soft, be kind, be respectful. Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking idiot. Help me get what we got to get going together. Mm-hmm. And then we can move on from that. Admit when you're wrong, just like I got to admit when I'm wrong, et cetera, et cetera. And they just can't, they said they can't find these type of women, black women here in America because everybody's westernized. But if you go find, like I said, Okoye, she wash your feet before, like Jesus, before your meal. You know, she cooks, but you pay for everything. And that, you pay for everything. And these guys, most of these guys have done that here, where they paid for everything. They keep running into the wrong stupid, and they just keep paying for shit, and not getting anything in return. I'll say 80% of those guys are that. The other 20% are bums that are dusty here, are going to be dusty over there too, right? You can't get here and be mad nobody like you because you used to run around with anime arms behind you and be musty all the time and say you got picked at in high school. And then you became an adult and you got a little bit. Kevin Samuels said it best. And I know a lot of women don't like Kevin Samuels, but I'm going to tell you like this. He said about that fat boy. He said, how much you weigh? He goes, about 300 pounds. Oh, so you a fat motherfucker. Okay. All right. He goes, okay, how much do you weigh? He goes, how much do you make? He goes, about $9 an hour. So you broke and you a fat motherfucker. Okay. Right. Let me ask you a question. Do you got a big dick? Nigga, don't say nothing else.
Nigga, you know when you got a big dick.
If you know you got a big dick, so let me tell you, 19 years old with no fucking money, you're 300 some odd pounds, and you got a little dick, and you want a woman to submit to what? That's the 20% of dusties that they mad they can't do what they want here, but then go over there. But guess what? Because of those 20%, the entire crowd gets caught out of being dusty, because these black women here, of which 20%, 80% are good ones, because 80% of black men are married to 80% of black men that are married to black women. That's 4.2 million people. The other 20% of dusty women just like to talk, and they talk. And who gets all of that flack, all of that energy? Women. Black women get Ricky Lake. Mm-hmm. We can go on how many times women been talking about men unchecked, right?
Yeah.
Right. So when they start talking, now it's every black man in the world that's shitty as fuck. And it's kind of like, well, I need to find a woman that knows a little bit of balance. And so that's what the argument, every other video you see on TikTok, you'll see that 20% of dusty niggas talking about this why we don't fuck with black women. Well, you got to start a video off like that. First and foremost, nigga, if you happy over there, just tell us how to get that nigga.
That's
to cheat.
it. That's
Since
it.
you over there and I know you broke. How you got there?
I saw a video of a black dude had a white girl on his back, and he said, I tried with you coloreds or some shit like that. Why do you have to? You don't have to do that to say that that's where you chose to be at.
I saw that.
Right? You don't have to down the sisters to. I'm saying if that's not your cup of tea for whatever reason, it's not your cup of tea. Then it's just not your cup of tea, my nigga. But that don't mean that they gotta be all types of bitches and all this type of extra shit because it just didn't work for you with these black women. Maybe you are too corny for them. Maybe you are not man enough for them. It be like that.
His mama put him up for adoption.
That small percentage that's actually telling the truth, but you'll never know. That nigga may be weird, but the woman he went with was fucking a bitch.
Yeah, but or not the kind of women that are good for
that's
him.
Good for, because he didn't have the wherewithal or the training, or he got hurt and never learned from the hurt the first time, and he keep going after the same wrong ones. That's why I say the same women, where they keep picking the wrong guy over and over.
Yeah.
Now you have small percentage of women and men, that black men and black women that hate each other in a giant echo chamber.
Yeah.
And all they hear is themselves and the algorithm gets paid off all of that.
Of course.
Meanwhile, someone example like you or myself or who do good, who love black people, who will do good, that maybe are traveling, or the women that are still here, too. They got nothing, huh?
I like white folks too.
I like white people too, but
this is my thing. I feel like no matter
is something else for me.
Chocolate with a beautiful smile is always going to do it for me.
No matter the race, I feel like, the same way that a man can deal with a woman that he feels that has daddy issues, it's vice versa. You got a lot of men out here that got mommy issues and daddy issues. So it's just like a big combination of that's lacking all around. And what I was going to say, as far as you saying like, oh, men are trying to go out of the country and find women that are willing to submit, and women that, those type of women are catering to the man, home cooked meal, they washing your nuts at the end of the day, and all type of stuff like that or whatever.
I'm good on that. I can do it myself.
Some form of pleasure every night to put you to bed. You ain't worrying about the kids and things like that.
Right.
I mean, over here in America, you have to understand. Over there, those women are most likely stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Those are not the type of American women that rally to be, able to work and all that type of stuff.
Think about the first coming to America for the bride that was picked out for Prince Hakeem at first,
the
right?
one that was barking like a dog.
Yeah, she was basically trained to do whatever the king wanted. Yeah, she was trained to be his wife.
Most women, every other racial group and ours outside of the United States is trained to be women. We're the only culture, even within the superpowers, Japanese, China, and Russia, which are superpowers. We're the only group that are not trained to be wife. Every other, they got bitches who was in the military in Russia that still come home and make sure that meal on the table. And so, but to get that, there's a trade-off. That nigga got to do everything. You got to pay. My thing is, I'm not going to have you submit to me if I'm not taking care of everything.
True.
Point blank, period.
I feel like that's a lot to even put on a person. I feel like, if you got that type of career where you can handle everything, then by all means, be the provider that you need to be.
Right.
But a lot of these men out here are only making $30K, $40K, nowhere near 50, trying to say, submit to me when, you and her are making the same, both of you guys are working just as hard to accomplish somewhat the same goal.
Submit to me, but you need a payday loan from Amscott at the end of your 2-week pay period.
Exactly.
And you need to get it again after you pay it back after that 24-hour cool down
I realize,
like, come on, broke nigga.
We're in a different era, and I think the main thing that is lost is just respect.
Correct. 100%.
I'm fully on that. Man, I think for me, I would rather you respect me than love me. If you're my girlfriend, my wife, or whatever, I will choose respect over your love.
100%.
I would rather you, because I remember the first time I did some weird shit. I'm gonna tell you where I got it from. One time I was caught just down, emotional, everything, losing everything. One time I broke out and started crying, and she was just stroking my head. The next week she started saying some weird slick shit out of her fucking mouth.
About shit that.
Just in general. I was like, yo, because I'm back up. But she didn't know I was back up like But then she's just like talking some slick shit. Like, wait a second. You have never said anything disrespectful like that to me before. The minute I broke down to cry, that's why I know that people talking about, oh, it's okay to let a man cry. Fuck that. I'm against that 100%. Do not let that woman see you cry over nothing.
I don't feel like crying has anything to do with it. I mean, it depends on the type of individual that you're dealing with. When a man says something bad about a woman, not you, I'm just saying, like, when a man tells me bad experiences that he's had with a woman, I just immediately let him know, sir, that's what you chose.
Again, yeah, true. The thing about it is we would just say, okay, you're right. Most of us say, okay, you're right. Going back to the Kevin Samuels thing. At the end of that conversation, that man didn't have a hoopla and yell. He goes, all right, cool. When it comes to a man,
he didn't have no fucking choice.
Well, I mean,
right, 19.
He did have a choice. He did, because he said roughly the same thing to that woman who he called her average at best.
Okay.
What did she do? She didn't listen to a word he said.
Right.
He was just as mean as he was to the guys 2 years prior.
Right.
But the women made him famous because they couldn't take the criticism.
I mean, I could take the criticism. It is what it is, you know. When you call a spade a spade.
Calling on this show, though, you know what I'm saying? you're not the type to do that.
Now, in that aspect, I mean, I have heard some of I've heard, you know, some of the women that he talks to or talks down to or says crazy things to, you know, oh, you got XYZ amount of kids, how much you make a year, you know, you got a car, is it paid off, you know, all this type of stuff or whatever. And how old are you? Have you ever been married, or why are you not married? And stuff like that or whatever. So, I mean, in his eyes, I would still fall in that category. That doesn't mean I have to accept it.
I think also when it came to him, because he's a little mean, but then you look at other podcasts that would do the same thing. Everybody's purposely mean because, I mean, it's views. Let's be real. The more we can antagonize, you know, the more people will watch and get irate about it. I never agree with everybody 100%. There's always a stipulation. There's always something. Like you said, hey, I ended up dating and marrying somebody who already had 2 kids. What was the trade-off for that?
Right.
She was older than me. She's, by definition, hit the wall. Right?
Right.
Why did I stay? That Saturday morning Dominican breakfast will make a nigga stay anywhere. You hear me? That Saturday morning Dominican breakfast, you wake up, hey, Poppy, come here. Rub your belly. What you rub my belly for?
You smell a breakfast before you even fully awake.
Before you awake,
understand me?
That shit wake your ass up.
That's
what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, that support, rub your back when you that all of that stuff that is very feminine, things that I desire now after not having it for 5 years because of.
I miss that. I need a girlfriend. I said I miss that. I need a
Ain't
girlfriend.
that something? That stuff that only women can do.
But here's my dilemma though.
Mm.
The dilemma is it's hard to find someone within your age range when you in your 30s. So it's like what I have coming at me these days.
She La Anthony.
What I have coming at me these days are men that are 45 to 60.
Oh, they're established. They got the bread already.
Not necessarily. I have
you should know that's
men
not
that
where
are
going.
right. I have men that young men that are between the ages of 25 and maybe 31. You know,
trying to get their rocks off that there. I remember that, talking to somebody older,
so
10
it's
years
like,
older than me.
It's just disaster out here.
Dating pool has
what do they say?
Lots of pee in it.
They said it's
a lot of urine in this
somebody's
bitch.
pissed in the dating pool.
It's a lot of pee in this bitch.
I think with everything that we know and we see, everybody is entitled to how they feel because of hurt. We've all been through it in various different fashions and probably caused it for others.
True.
The problem is that most of the time we only care about me. What happened to me? I don't fuck how that nigga feel. What about me? And you don't sit there and take time to think about, damn, I did really tell that girl to never talk to me again because she sucked my dick until the whole bed was fucking cooling. I should have never did that shit. Wow. That was wrong as fuck. I probably scarred that. The next guy would probably never get Dome ever again because I scarred her. I'm sorry, Norma.
Ooh. Not
and a name drop.
Right?
Okay.
Wow.
And a name drop.
Listen, these things you apologize for. Short story. She wouldn't ever take it. She was just enamored by it. Like when I play with her.
I have friends like that.
She went to sleep. I woke up one morning. I thought I pissed the bed. Drool all around me because she fell asleep with it.
Wow.
In her mouth. Immediately got scared. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is new to me.
What the fuck is this?
Thank you. What the fuck? Get up, baby. Get up. Get up, baby. You can't. What the? Baby, I can't do this.
I'm not that enamored.
That was scary.
By the male species.
So, right? But that was fucked up, right? I did something that scarred her like that. But do you think I thought about it until just now? So, I think the best thing, obviously, is to sit back and be like, okay, what about
back
us?
to, like I
What
said,
can we
live
fix?
your life, baby. We here to live right now. Live in the moments. That is what we are. That is what we don't do enough of. The world is crazy enough.
Correct.
As long as you out here being a productive member of this society that we are living in, live.
Right. As long as you're not doing nobody wrong, you're not
hurting
nobody.
Live
yeah,
and
just
be kind.
That's it.
That's the best word.
Just be nice.
I love that. Live and be kind.
Live.
That's it.
Live
People
it
act
up.
like people act like it's the hardest thing in the world to be nice to
because
somebody.
these are great memories, that you can tell your grandson.
Exactly, 100%.
Give me a son. Let me tell you how I met your mother, your grandmother.
Yeah, for real. You know what's funny about you saying that specifically? I bumped into a friend of mine from high school who I haven't seen since high school, since our senior skip day on May 5th of 2005.
Damn,
Wow.
that's really
That's
specific.
the last time that I saw him, right?
Okay.
I just so happened to be hanging out with one of my young homeboys. I saw him playing ball at the park in Sanford by the water.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fort Mellon.
yeah, and he's all, he's married now. He's got 3 children. 2 of his boys was up there playing ball with him. I'm like, look at how the world has changed in front of me. His boys are like 17 and 15. He's showing them what to do on the court. We having conversations about what I got personally going on with my child and that situation there. And yeah, it's
life still goes on, but
and
you gotta
does.
be
what
nice.
doesn't it?
As long as you're kind.
That's it. And that's what I was leading up to. And I remembered him because he was always a funny dude. It was always jokes whenever I bumped into him in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
We was clowning the whole senior skip day trip, and he's telling his boy, I think it was his 12 or 13-year-old, he didn't want to go to his 8th grade dance. And he was like, please tell him. I was like, why you don't want to go?
You should go.
Because you know why you should go? Because look at what me and your dad are doing right now. I haven't seen this man in 18 years, right? You'll have stories to tell your homies.
Yep.
18 years from now
the
about,
shit's gonna
dog, you
pop
remember
off.
that 8th grade dance we went to? You remember how
Yeah.
fly we was when we pulled up?
And Tracy threw
You
that
know what I'm
ass
saying?
back.
Exactly. Right. And they was doing them TikTok dances and we jumped in that shit and we fucked this shit up. Yeah, my nigga, like, yes, create the memories.
That's
literally gonna
Yes, that's all they gonna be doing.
I think
Living
that's
life.
all kids everywhere because my daughter didn't go to a lot of her senior stuff. These kids are just unimpressed.
Yeah, they in the house with it. When I tell you we was
they're
outside,
very unimpressed with this whole
we was
education thing.
outside.
I think part of it is that the social skill level is destroyed because they're inside all the time. They got all
yeah,
the
you
video
shove a
games.
phone in their face or
put a
you know
phone
what I'm
in
saying,
it.
a video
Exactly.
game or something and
VR.
have at it. You
Yeah.
know what kids do now? They'll take their entire television and game system to their man house.
Yep.
And they'll play in the same room with 2 TVs and 2 game systems, but they playing against each other.
What? We used to do that a little bit, but that
Nah.
wasn't all the time. I did that.
I
Like,
ain't never
you ain't got
do
no
that
other
shit.
TV in your house?
Listen,
Man, all right, I'm coming. I'll be on my bike with my.
I ain't never do that shit. We had split screen niggas was playing Super Mario Brothers or GoldenEye or something like that, or
There you go.
Super
Yeah,
Smash Brothers
Super
with the. Come
Smash.
on now, it wasn't no
You're
2.
right.
Come on,
But it was
bro.
different gaming. It was different type of
Yeah,
gaming.
exactly.
So, but they live there now. Like
Yeah.
my daughter lives on what's that VR game they got? Where they're
I don't know
doing
nothing about none of
shot
that
ball.
shit.
They're doing.
Are you talking about
Nothing about none of
IMVU?
it.
I think that may be it too. But they stay in there, and that's all.
Oh,
they do.
Oculus?
We have the Oculus, right? But there's a game specifically now that I said, "Yo, what you doing today?" She goes, "I got
Like the
shotgun
PS5
rubble."
VR?
No, just the separate one. It's not a PS one. She goes,
Oh,
"No, I got a
okay.
shotgun rubble today, and I got a shotgun league competition. I got to do this, da. So just like they were going out, they didn't really want to go to the prom either. Like what?
She wanted to go to prom, but she didn't want to do the whole senior skip day. She didn't want to, because I put my kids in a position to where you don't have to hide. You don't have to do all this rebellious type of stuff,
Right.
to be noticed. Just be yourself.
Just
you don't
be
want to go to
yourself.
school, lay down. See him
Hell
after
nah.
school. Go meet him at the bus stop.
I needed that.
It's not that serious.
It's also the kids at the school. Well, our kids, I want to say this generation is a little bit more sensitive. Like they clown really relentlessly, but if you hit the wrong
or they call it
person,
bullying.
right? It's
We
really
had
bullying.
tons
I mean,
of bullying.
okay. So it's a real fine line between like what they consider bullying and like them simply just not taking the shit of the generation before them,
Right.
That expects them to sit down and just
All
listen
these
because I'm an
extremely
adult.
sheltered children.
And yeah, like
I
I
think
get
this
that
bullying
part
thing
too.
comes from parents that were bullied in school.
Oh yeah.
That grow up to become cops.
Well,
definitely.
That as well as just whimpering.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
So they get pampered by their parents who.
Even more.
This happened to me, so I'll make sure it never happens to you.
You don't ever let him talk to you like that.
Ever. They become the fucking superintendent at the schools and shit.
At the PTA
and so now,
meetings.
Fighting back.
You know, if you were around the fight, you get sent home. Mm-hmm. Look, at the end of the day,
or that same superintendent you went to high school with, so they remember you because you used to clown on them on some like we just kids and I'm clowning on you type
and
shit.
They know that's
right, and they know that this is your kid, so now your kid's always in trouble.
Right.
Now,
could we have been a little bit kinder in the previous generation?
Of course, but fuck that. We was having fun.
Though,
we were having fun.
We weren't, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said
verbal abuse started at home. First of all,
it really the fuck did.
That's what I'm finna get. Because I lit my daughters up. They couldn't fight with the lick. I said, y'all can't fight. But I don't want you to lose the verbal battle and the physical battle. You gonna at least roast the shit out of them. So I used to light their butts up, and to a point now it's so bad. I can't open my mouth.
They better than you.
They better than me.
Good job.
You could tell how bad the world has changed. There's not even many comedians out as there were back when we were younger.
Right. Every time you say something.
Yeah.
Just like the old
this
basketball
cancel
player
culture
just right
shit.
recently. What's about from basketball player said not pause.
No homo?
No homo.
Oh, Cam Thomas.
Yeah, Cam Thomas just said no homo and got fined $40,000 and was forced to apologize. Nigga, we've been saying no homo.
The baby said don't get your dick sucked in the parking lot, and but Beyonce in her Renaissance album can thank all the queer people. I want to thank the queer community. What the fuck is the queer community?
Listen, we can't even play Harry Potter right now because
what's the queer community? I was like, what is that? I was like, so she can say it and the baby can't say it? Because I was like, when she said that, I got a problem with that.
I do.
I felt some type of way within that speech.
I don't know about y'all. I wasn't that mean. I was pretty nice, but I will say my favorite word was the European cigarette.
Oh, absolutely.
All the time.
Okay, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. Oh, absolutely, like it was my favorite word. But I just saw something earlier today. It was some video. I guess it was scrolling on one of these social media networks where this dude was defending his son because this kid was playing around using that word. He knows that his son was. He knows that his son's gay. Mm-hmm. This friend of his knows that his son is gay, but he's using this fag word playing around like how we used to do.
Right.
But you can't do that because
next thing you know, you say that, I just know for a fact it's coming. As soon as I say that, I'm going to be arrested. I know. The way things are going right now.
Yeah.
Once we open up Pandora's box,
the world has just gotten way too sensitive.
So
I mean, it's a pretty fucked up term to use.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but it meant you were being a pussy.
Right.
Being
but
sissy.
and then in turn it meant stop being gay.
Cisgender.
You know, like,
being gay,
exactly.
bro. Yes.
Don't call me no motherfucking cisgendered man. I am a fucking man. Fuck out of here with y'all pronouns and shit. I respect everybody, but you're not gonna force the shit down my throat.
Ooh,
I am a man. Period.
Write that down.
Right.
We're talking about that next week.
I'm not a cisgendered man. No, none of that shit. I'm a man. Period.
I can't tell if they finna call me cis, hey sis, or
fuck out of here. You're not about to.
Nah.
You're not about to label me.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
The crowd.
Too much. All right, guys, we're gonna come to a close on this one. Yo, I love it. I loved you guys' energy tonight.
This has been fun.
It felt like we hit some things that were important because usually we get a little crazy. But it got crazy right when it needed to. So that was perfect. Hearing your point of view on stuff like this, we love that you were here tonight. Love to probably have you back soon.
Glad to be here.
Time. You guys, I want you to know I hate all of y'all. I don't just hate women. I don't hate men. Fuck all of y'all. Everybody can get it.